All right, welcome to the Robbie V Show. I was laughing there because there's a car alarm and it's been going on for about 10 minutes, and yeah, no one can seem to shut the fucking thing off. So it's a good start for tonight. Yeah, what are you gonna do? All right, we're gonna get into it tonight. We'll get into the U.S. Open, which is probably not on everyone's mind, but it's on my mind. We get to the Celtics Mavs. I'll talk a little hockey, and then we'll talk about what everyone's talking about. Is the Gus charge? Was it a charge? Was it not a charge? What was he thinking? All right, Celtics. Hey, you can't really ask for anything more the first two games. They took the Mavs to the woodshed both games, and they look great. Porzingis, played absolutely amazing in game one. He seemed to come back to earth a little bit on game two, but that's to be expected. I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to suit up for game three, and as of this recording, he didn't. So, what are you going to do? I just hope he's not out for the rest of the series. The Celtics did obviously play this pretty close to the vest. He didn't. They didn't announce it until I think like a half hour before, which is a little bit, I guess a little gamesmanship there. But what are what are you going to do? I mean, the Celtics are the Celtics. They make the good moves that the people want. So, as of recording time, the Celtics without Porzingis are currently they're losing 13-7, which is not good. I think what is going to hurt the Celtics is they're not going to have much of a defense. I mean, they're not. Their defense is. I mean, they are going to have a defense, but they're not going to have a rim protector that they had when Porzingis was in there. And obviously, the Mavs at home, game three, it's going to be a very tough game for the Celtics to win. Mavs are going to be jacked. I think this is probably the game that they're going to win. If they are to win a game in the series. I mean, it is must win. They're jacked up out of their minds, and what else are you going to do? Luka Doncic is definitely playing hurt. He was walking pretty gingerly in game two, but that didn't really seem to affect him. But what are you going to do? The Celtics need to step up and play some good basketball for the people and for Robbie V. That's what I want. And this car alarm's still going on. It's really pissing me off. I don't know. I think this guy is dope of the day. I mean, figure out your own fucking car alarm. Just shut the damn thing off. It's ludicrous. It's whoever that car alarm is, your nomination for dope of the day. And probably the lead nomination for more of the month right now. Although, I don't know. So looking forward from the Celtics, I think if they don't have Porzingis the rest of the series, I think they will win probably 4-2 or take it to 7. If they get Porzingis back and he's relatively healthy, I think obviously, they'll take this in 6. But, I mean, we're going to see what's going to happen here. The Celtics, you got to stay tuned with the Robbie V Show. That's once a week to keep you updated. The second thing I want to talk about is the Stanley Cup. I didn't really think Florida was going to take the 2 games, straight in Florida. I thought Edmonton was going to come out with a split. I also thought that the Edmonton offense was going to play a hell of a lot better than they've been playing. Florida defense has really stepped up. You got to give him credit on that. And Bogowski, he's playing out of his mind in goal. Edmonton's core players, Zach, what's his name? Connor McDavid needs to step up, obviously. Hammond needs to step up, and other people. It's just, you can't sit around and freaking, expect the cup to be, won easily. You got to go out and take it. That's according to Robbie V. You got to go out and take it. So what else is going on? So we have the U.S. Open, which is, it's being played at Pinehurst course number 2. Pinehurst course number 2 is a very hard course. It's one of the hardest courses it's actually one of the hardest courses in probably America, to be honest. It's also the site of Payne Stewart's dramatic U.S. Open win when he sunk that 20-foot birdie putt. He's a great golfer. Tragically died in a car accident. What makes it so tough is the greens. They're literally there's very limited safe landing space, and then basically they're all grooved, just fly right off it. So you really have to hit your irons on other clubs very precisely. You also need to have a good short game because chances are you're going to catch one of those ridges off the green, and you're going to have to know what to do and have some touch around the greens. Players to watch to come to mind. Matthew Fitzpatrick, he placed 5 last week, in the Memorial. Played really well. You got to give him credit. It goes without saying, Scotty Scheffler. I mean, Scotty Scheffler is amazing. He's on an unbelievable streak. He took the Memorial down last week. It's just so obvious. And hopefully he doesn't get arrested before his one of the rounds. I mean, this go around. I don't know. It was very disturbing. Robbie V was appalled. The Louisville police should be ashamed of themselves. I mean, it's very sad. Also, I want to take a shout out to No, I don't want to shout. Well, I don't know where I was going with that, but we'll keep it going. It's been a long day, folks, so you gotta bear with me, please. All right. I think some also good golfers are Colin Morikawa, and also maybe Austin Eckhart. He could, if you have him playing a top 40 bet, he's a pretty good player. He has what you need. He's a good putter and he strikes the irons well. The course is a little long for him, but sometimes at Pinehurst too, you got to just make pars. And I think he's more than capable of doing that. There's definitely, when you look down the scorecard, there's not a lot of birdie opportunities. No doubt about that. All right, so let's go. Let's talk about what everyone wants to talk about, or everyone has been talking about. The infamous Gus charge against, was it Rico Bosco? I believe so. Is that his name? I can't remember. I should have done more show prep instead of working hard at work. Oh, well. Was it Rico Bosco? I don't know. Yeah, this is a lot of dead air. Sweet. Well, all right. Well, first off, I guess, according to Jeff D. Lowe, Andrew Augustus is up for the season, because he took that charge. So that wasn't too good. Do I think that Andrew Augustus meant to do that on purpose? No, I don't. But I also don't think he got pushed in there. I mean, the only thing he got pushed in is like the ghost of Robbie V or Kermit the Frog. It's just absolutely appalling. He did not. So this is what I do believe happened. I believe Andrew Augustus tried to take the charge. I think he got basically halfway there, realized he was going to get ran over, and then turned his back. And unfortunately, on Bosco took a header and then pushed Andrew Augustus. I don't think Augustus meant to do it. I don't think has the basketball sense to do something like that. I mean, most people know not to try to take a charge underneath the basket. That just really doesn't work out. How do I feel about all this? Obviously, I feel bad for Bosco that he had to, what's it called? He didn't feel well. I think he went to the hospital. And obviously, I feel bad for Andrew Augustus about his hospital injuries. Does Andrew Augustus deserve Wonk of the Week for trying to take a charge and failing miserably? Absolutely. Unfortunately, he is recipient of this award. There's no amount of hard work or hustle that can make up for it. If you're going to take a charge, you have to face the person. You can't have your back to him. That's just simple basketball 101. Is the Kirk Minahan basketball team going to win a game? I mean, I certainly hope they do. I saw the fire in them against, Barstool, New York. And, and they played a good game, good close game. It's just, they'll get over the hump. I got a good feeling about it. I mean, the players are playing hard and they're going to practice. So that's 2 out of 3 things you need to win a game. Is this show absolutely horrible right now? Yeah, absolutely. It's terrible. So I'm just gonna start ranting for 5 minutes about anything I want to talk about. All right. To that lady in Ohio who, got who, unfortunately, murdered that 3-year-old, that lady should not be getting bail. I know that the law said $5 million. I mean, we could someone should just make an executive order and say your bail is at $1 billion bond. Her whole smiling thing, that was just fucking awful. If you haven't seen the story, just go on Twitter, just put Ohio on, and I'm sure it'll pop right up. But what are you gonna do? It's just sad. It's just tragic, and that family actually has a GoFundMe, and Donate if you can. The Karen Reed case. I don't know what the hell. I mean, I don't know. Trooper Proctor's he didn't have a good couple days in court. He said a bunch of derogatory terms toward Karen Reed, texted a bunch of derogatory stuff. He basically got made to read his texts on the stand, which was awful. I mean, which is awful what he said. I don't think he's a pretty credible witness right now. He's looking awful. The whole case looks like it was put together by freaking Winnie the Pooh and the local drunk at Casey's pub. Who's a fan of the show? Just want to point that out. Washington Street, Weymouth. Go to KC's. You'll have a good time. Also, I'm sick and tired of freaking, all the traffic in Boston and about taking away the stupid bike lanes. Just take it away. The city traffic's a fucking mess. And only about 5 people are using those bike lanes. So I'm not really happy about that. It's wrecking my commute, and I don't know. We could be spending money on better things, for God's sakes. I also want to give a shout out to the idiot on the MBTA this morning who was blaring, horrendous music, pissing me the fuck off. And other than that, just, yeah. I'm sorry. But, I don't need to hear freaking, underground gangster rap when every other word is the F word. And then you smell like a freaking sewer. I'm sorry, but I just don't like you. I mean, the MBTA, they suck too. I mean, there's too many slow zones, for God's sakes. We keep hearing about how they're going to, these slow zones are going away and all this crap. Well, Robbie V can't stand it. I mean, it's bullshit. I mean, slow zones, it's so fucking slow. I'm sick and tired of it. It's just stupid. It's just dumb, and Robbie V's appalled. It's a fact of the matter. As you can see, I've had a great day today. But what are you gonna do? I'm here for the people. And that's all that matters. All right. You know what I'm also sick and tired of? What was it? I'm sick and tired of just morons in general. Why can't people just grow a bunch of brain cells? Just angers Robbie V. I mean, I'm not sick and tired of DraftKings. You should support DraftKings. They're a great sports book, and they're the sports book that Robbie V uses. I don't know, guys. I'm struggling, but you know what? And by the way, you know what? I'm leaving on this note. Yo, fuck Verizon Wireless, honestly. I saw, shout out Tom Shattuck, shout out Alex Shattuck, shout out Burnham Barrel Podcast. They need to fucking get it together. I mean, poor Tom should not be driving in, when he's rightfully paying his cable bill. What bad customer service, Guys, you need to figure it out. I mean, for what you're charging, for internet, it's just, Robbie V's appalled. I'm sick and tired of Verizon. Full disclosure, I'm a Comcast guy myself. I have Comcast for internet. I have DirecTV for my TV and I don't have Verizon. So Verizon, you need to fucking look inward and provide better service to wherever town they live in. I don't know. All right. You know what I'm also angry at? Idiots at Market Basket who can't freaking park their car correctly and take up 2 spots. And I'm also tired of morons who can't freaking turn at Quincy Center. I mean, these people piss me off. I mean, this morning I was fucking in the damn, I was behind someone. It took them 2 cycles to take a left turn. Sometimes you just got to cut people off. Make your way in life. I've had enough. This is Robbie V, who has had better days, signing off. What a fucking day.